local for you. NBC4 at 6 starts now.
Well, the clock is ticking down to the start of a high-profile trial in Columbus. Monday, the murder trial for former Columbus police officer Adam Coy is slated to begin. He's charged with shooting and killing an unarmed black man in December of 2020.
Coy shot Andre Hill 4 times. He did not activate his body-worn camera until after the shooting. But a look-back feature let us see the 60 seconds prior to turning on the camera.
Now, Coy was fired from the Columbus Division of Police a week after the shooting. Nearly 4 years later, the trial is about to get underway. Thank you for joining us tonight for NBC4 at 6. I'm Carrie Charles.
I'm Colleen Marshall.
NBC4 crime and safety reporter Anna Hoffman will be covering this trial for us. She joins us now. So what can we expect?
Yeah, so this trial has been delayed 3 times because of Coy's health complications. And I did just hear from the lawyer representing Andre Hill's family. He tells me that they have been patiently waiting for this moment and they have faith that Coy will be held accountable. Now, jury selection will start on Monday and is expected to take 1 or 2 days. Early in the morning, December 22nd, 2020, police were called to the 1000 block of Oberlin Drive on reports of a suspicious car. Body camera video shows officers, including Coy, approach Andre Hill. He's holding a phone in his hand. 9 seconds pass from when officers approached Hill to when shots were fired. Officers did not render any aid to Hill. He lays there until medics arrive. Coy is charged with murder, felonious assault, and dereliction of duty. Again, this trial has been delayed 3 times due to Coy's battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma and recovery from a hip replacement. Here's what both sides have told us in previous coverage of this story.
Look through the lens of a reasonable police officer. In this situation, our client honestly believed that Mr. Hill had a silver revolver in his hand that was coming up towards him, and that's why he took the action he did. He was mistaken. It turned out to be a keychain or a set of round keys.
It's hard. You just sit there and you're just looking at the defense of the people that took your dad away.
Still no justice, and Coy will get to spend yet another year with his family.
The defense says Coy is now healthy enough to participate in his trial. The prosecution says that Hill's family is expected to be in the courtroom every day.
You know, this did spark some big changes within the Division of Police. We know Columbus City even named a law after this case, right?
Yeah, they did. And that happened. That law was passed 2 days before Coy was actually indicted. They call it Andre's Law. And this now requires the Columbus Division of Police to turn on their body cameras before any kind of enforcement. It also requires the officers to render aid after use of force situations.
All right, Anna, thank you so much.
And of course, when the trial begins, NBC4 will be inside the courtroom for all the action from jury selection to the verdict. For everything happening, keep watching NBC4. You can also find updates on NBC4i.com.
One of the biggest fall events across Central Ohio is happening right now. It is the Circleville Pumpkin Show. Look at the size of those pumpkins, bringing waves of people to the area to celebrate all things pumpkin. Circleville is where you can also find Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Dave Mazza tonight.
Who is going to bring us some donuts, some cookies, all that good stuff tonight. Dave, it definitely feels like fall throughout Central Ohio.
It sure does. You know what? Even if the weather didn't feel that way, the Circleville Pumpkin Show definitely makes it feel like that time of the year, like fall outside. Behind me here, they just actually did the judging for the Little Miss Pumpkin Show right now as well, and this is one of the most adorable shows you'll see anywhere. I remember seeing this for the first time about 11, 12 years ago when I came out here, and it is just super cool. They have a little parade too. I don't know if they still do that, but they used to do that out here with the Little Miss Pumpkin Show. And tonight, if you're coming out, weather-wise, it is quiet. We've had live Viper radar showing nothing on the radar this evening, and we are going to continue to just see beautiful weather. There we go. Temperature-wise, most of us are dropping back into the 40s this evening. We're still sitting at 51 right now in the city, but numbers are going to fall quickly over the next few hours. So if you are coming out to the Pumpkin Show, expect numbers back in the 40s this evening and a freezing start to the day tomorrow. We'll track that cold start and a big warm-up in just a few minutes.
Okay, Dave, thanks. You know, large events like the Pumpkin Show bring masses of people to the area, making safety a top priority for event organizers. Safety is a group effort with law enforcement and first aid on the grounds 24 hours a day. The Pickaway County Sheriff's Office will be out patrolling all week. The Ohio State Highway Patrol is helping out on the major highways. Additionally, more video equipment is being used to ensure all areas are being watched.
Well, police across Ohio continue to crack down on distracted driving. The state's new law for the dangerous behavior went into place about a year and a half ago. There was a grace period, so this month marks actually the 1-year anniversary of it being enforced. Several state departments say it made the roads safer. NBC4's Eric Halprin in Columbus now to walk us through some new numbers. Eric, what did you learn?
Colleen, since enforcement began about a year ago, the Ohio State Highway Patrol has given more than 25,000 tickets for distracted driving. They say this is about changing driver behavior and making the roads safer. According to numbers from the Ohio State Highway Patrol, those numbers are down. Statistics from the patrol show deadly distracted driving crashes were down almost 20% over the past year compared to the 12 months before. Overall, there were 1,100 fewer distracted driving crashes in that same time period. With the law, you can get pulled over and cited for things like texting, scrolling, or watching videos, and no other traffic violations. People we talked with out and about say they still see people on the phone behind the wheel. OSHP and other state departments say they know it is still happening too, but also say the numbers from the past year show progress.
Yes, this information and this data is encouraging, but we clearly have more work to do. And until we get that number down to zero, we're going to continue our efforts of keeping folks safe and trying to enforce this law as best we can.
You know, we still have a lot of work to do in Ohio to reduce distracted driving. You know, the numbers that we've seen so far are great. You know, we're really proud that a lot of people are already taking steps to be better drivers out there on the roads.
And patrol numbers show there were 607 distracted driving crashes here in Franklin County over the past year. That is third highest in the state. Local for you, I'm Eric Halprin, NBC4.
Eric, thanks. We are just more than 2 weeks away from the nation's general election. Next, the toll the election can have on the well-being of voters as it comes time to cast their vote.